Hey guys, welcome to Mystifying Miracles. Today, the story involves a healing of a woman who was diagnosed with Lyme disease. I'm going to get into her story. Stay tuned. Ashley's first pregnancy. During it, she had no energy. She says it was difficult to even go up and down the stairs in her home. It would just leave her feeling gassed and out of breath. She said that after the baby finally came, she was hoping it'd get better, but it didn't. She says the first 6 months of her baby's life was spent mostly in a pack and play, and that was because she was on the couch. Ashley had no energy. She couldn't do anything. Feeling so depleted, she says that even her husband at times had to help bathe her. Not the baby, but Ashley, because there was nothing in the tank. Some of Ashley's family members, they informed her that perhaps she should get tested for Lyme disease because a few of her family members had it. They knew the symptoms and everything involved, and they thought, gosh, Ashley, that kind of sounds pretty familiar. So Ashley does. She goes to the doctor and she gets testing done. Turns out she did in fact have Lyme disease. But not only that, they did more testing and she had intestinal parasites along with several co-infections. They gave her several treatments to try to address all of those things. And the doctor, before she left, he gave her a warning. He said, Ashley, you're going to feel a lot worse before you feel any better, unfortunately. Ashley said in the story, boy, was that ever true. She did feel worse. Her life began to change so much that she even lost all hope. She says her personality even changed. I can attest to that, guys, actually. Little quick snippet. When I had MS, my personality changed. I was still me, but not the same. I just didn't have the energy, very much like Ashley. So because of all these things and Ashley losing all the hope, she cries out to God, please, I need relief. She was at the point she didn't even want to go on any longer. She says that as she prayed, she heard him speak back to her, and he told Ashley, God, he said, I want you to stop and know me as your healer. In an instant, Ashley says she felt a boldness from within, and that was in regards to what she needed to do next. So she tells all of her family members that she's going to stop treatments. Now, they did start to question, understandably so. They were worried for her. They'd say things to her and ask her questions like, well, what if God wants you to be on that medicine? What if he wants to use the medicine to treat your condition? She was 100% confident when I say that. There were no doubts of what she needed to do, and that was to stop the treatments. She stood firm in that and did so. At the same time, she began to open up her Bible and read it and spend time in prayer. She says that she studied learning to hear God's voice. All her life, Ashley says she wondered, what does it mean to truly love God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul? Those things she never understood. But now she was learning just what that meant and how to love him like that. She says even though she was suffering so much, she still saw the beauty of God and how truly good he was. She knew that all her weakness, temporary fatigue, temporary pain, all of it was temporary. She knew who she was now. She was his daughter, whom he adored. As the months passed on, Ashley had family and friends that prayed for her as well. Every day she'd get up, spend time with God, and she'd be sure to ask God, Lord, can you heal me? She also makes it known in the story that, she knew that her relationship with God came over everything else. Now it did, but before she didn't ever put God before her husband and her child. But now she was learning, I see. God first, then family. There also came a time where Ashley went to a prayer and deliverance ministry. A lady that was part of that ministry helped Ashley. She talked to her for hours and she prayed over Ashley. And Ashley says that as she was driving home afterwards, there was something she couldn't put her finger on, but she felt different. She didn't want to falsely believe that, oh my goodness, have I been healed? So a few days goes by after this, and Ashley's noticing a renewed strength and energy. Going up and down the stairs didn't leave her out of breath or depleted. All the daily tasks, laundry, dishes, caring for her child, all those things, she had energy. They were no longer troublesome. Dare she say she felt normal? Ashley decides to go back to that prayer and deliverance ministry because she just had to know, like, gosh, am I healed? What is the deal? She says once there, she wept from the gravity of it all, of just the realization of this miracle that was occurring. During prayer there, she asks God, did you indeed heal me? And she got an answer right back. She says God told her, yes, it is finished. Of course, Ashley goes right home. She tells all of her family this exciting news of her healing. And they were excited for her. And they suggested, hey, you should get tested again. Let's see what it says. So Ashley does. She goes back to the same doctor and gets the testing again. Those results came back, and it was gone. No more Lyme disease. Even the co-infections were gone. And Ashley had barely even started treatment for those things before she stopped everything. So there wasn't enough time for them to do their thing and get rid of them. The doctor even told Ashley to her face, he said, yeah, those treatments you were taking, you weren't taking them long enough to get rid of anything yet. So that's wild. To top it all off, Ashley had no more parasites. They were non-existent. And Ashley says she had never even taken one pill, no medication for the parasites. So there's no reason why those should have been gone for sure. But they were. Not only did God heal Ashley, but she says she gained something greater. And that was a deeper understanding of her relationship with Him, with God. What a story. So what did you guys think of this story? Another beautiful testimony in regards to a healing. I hope it blessed someone out there. I hope you have an incredible week. Thank you for watching, for listening. I really appreciate it, and I'm going to see you guys next time.